General Copper. You need to see this. In this video we will show you how copper and the Ukraine war can affect your pocket. It is known that the price of fuels from oil or natural gas has been rising in the international market since December 31, 2021, with Russian exercises on the border with Ukraine at $78.44 a barrel until the peak on March 8 from 2022 to $131.27 a barrel, stabilizing in the region of $110 as the world accepts war as the new normal and war news begins to be less reported in the press as a whole. Natural gas closely followed oil prices. The crisis resulting from food shortages is also known, as Ukraine and Russia together produce almost 30% of the wheat traded in the world, and 12% of all calories consumed. Without them, rising food prices and shortages could unleash a wave of instability the world has not seen since the Arab Spring of 2012. The war has virtually stopped the two countries' grain exports. And since these nations supply massive amounts of fertilizer, Vladimir Putin's invasion of Ukraine could affect every farmer on the planet this year and for the foreseeable future. Ukraine is a country of 40 million people, but it produces food for 400 million. This is the reality of a globalized world. We're all in this together. But what is little publicized, or that is, few people know but will most certainly impact your pocket, is the world recession that walks silently more visible. And what does this cruel crisis that worsens? Fears of a global recession are hitting the price of copper, a metal economists use as an indicator of global economic direction. The fall in its price, almost 30% since March, could advance what is to come in the future, because copper is used in so many industries that when its demand wanes, it raises concern about a drop in global activity. The devaluation sends copper to a weekly drop of more than 10%, the biggest since the worst moment of the pandemic in March 2020. Copper is considered by many as a good thermometer of economic activity, as it is an essential metal in the energy sectors. Transportation, electrical networks, telecommunications, construction, healthcare, and in all the technological devices we use daily, such as cell phones and computers. In Latin America, the main copper exporters are Chile and Peru, countries that generate 40% of world production. And as the metal hit its lowest price in nearly 20 months, there is concern in these countries about the impact it could have on their economies. Below, understand 3 reasons that help explain the fall of the metal in the international market. 1. The winds of recession. Traders are anticipating difficult times. In the current situation, one of the main fears is that a potential recession in the United States will end up dragging a large part of the world economy. Raising the interest rate is a tool used to control inflation, but it comes at a cost. It slows growth. 2. Deceleration of the Chinese economy. The second quarter was not good for the Chinese economy. Indicators reflecting the economic health of the Asian giant showed the effects of the restrictive COVID-0 policies applied by the Xi Jinping government. 3. Impact of industrial and storage cycles. Demand for durable goods began to stagnate. The beginning of the war in Ukraine caused the stockpiles to grow due to the fear that the war could become too big. Basically, when there's fear, you keep it. But as the outlook now points to the war as a long-term conflict, many are looking to reduce their stockpiles. The uncertainty. Although the price of copper has fallen by around 30% in recent months, with a sharper fall from June onwards, it all depends on the evolution of the international economy because it is impossible to predict exactly how long the US will raise interest rates, how the China's economy, what will happen with the energy crisis in Europe, and whether recession predictions will materialize. Now the question is, what do you think will happen? Write your comments and follow the channel, because the best prevention is always knowledge.